Hi everyone, it's Yaya Han, and today I will show you how to sew a washable face mask with a pocket for a filter on the inside. So the CDC is recommending for everyone in the United States to wear a face mask when you go outside. Naturally, a lot of people have questions on how to make them, and when you go online, you see tons of different face mask tutorials. So this is the design that I ended up with, which is the pleated face mask design with side channels so that you can slide in either elastic or bias tape or shoelaces, whatever material you have on hand to create ties. What I'm showing you is the method that has worked really well for me for personal masks that I'm wearing, that my family and friends are wearing, and that I feel confident in donating. Before we continue, please note I'm not a healthcare professional, so please do your own research, especially read the CDC guidelines on how to make face masks as well as why you should make them and wear them. So let's just jump into how to make this mask. Please use 100% cotton for these face masks. Do not use synthetic fabrics such as polyester or spandex. The pattern is really easy. It's just two rectangles. The outer layer is 9.5 inches by 7.5 inches. The inner layer is 7 inches by 5.5 inches. Cut 1 of the outer layer. Cut 2 of the inner layer, or the lining. Here we have a shark outer fabric and 2 pieces of the blue inner lining. Step 1. Take your lining fabric. Fold and stitch down the longer side of the lining fabric. This will become your filter pocket on the inside. Step 2. With right sides together, pin lining fabric to the longer side of the outer layer fabric, leaving the same amount of room on either side. Turn the piece around and do the same with the second lining piece. Now sew the pieces together. Same on the other side. Your piece should now look like this. Now it's time to iron. Iron open the seam. Flip it over and fold the lining in. Press. And you want the bottom lining to overlap the top lining. At this point, I should note that I'm not inserting a wire across the top because the metal can rust and you should wash these masks after each use. Now it's time to pleat. Since this piece is so small, I don't really measure anymore. I slide my fingers under both layers, almost like a pair of scissors. Then I pinch and fold the fabric down into a pleat. Second pleat. Slide your fingers under both layers, pinch the fabric across and fold downward into a pleat, again about 1 inch wide. Press in the pleat and clip if you need to. For the third pleat, repeat the pinching and folding, leaving a strip below the last pleat. I flip the mask over and press it one more time on the inside. After 3 pleats, you should have a mask that's about 3 inches tall. Now it's time to encase the raw edges and finish this mask. You baste the raw edges first to keep the pleats in place. If you're very confident with your folding skills, you can skip this step. Fold the pleated sides twice, once and again at about 1/2 inch wide. This will become your channel, so stitch it down straight and back tack on both ends. Beware of the direction of the pleat so you don't catch the folds in your stitch. Now it's time to feed the ties through the channels, and with this style of mask, you can feed a variety of materials through. So let's start with 1/4 inch elastic. You can take a safety pin, hook it through the elastic, and then from the bottom of the mask, push it through. Even better than a safety pin is you use one of these fat upholstery needles. So you take your tie and you feed it through the bottom a lot faster than the safety pin. Then you tie each side. Once I'm happy with the length, I hide the knot inside the channel. I use my big needle to help shove it in. And there you have it. This is how you make a pleated face mask. Now that our mask is done, let's talk filters. So I want you to do your own research. I don't want you to just take this video and just use what I'm using. Do your own research, see what you have that might work. For me, I'm very lucky. I have a ton of blue shop towels. These blue shop towels are one of the household items that can be safely used as a filter inside a face mask. For each time that I put on a face mask, I cut a piece of this blue shop towel, insert it, and then at the end of each usage, I take it out and throw it away. So for the shop towel filter, I kind of created my own pattern. It's about 4 inches wide and 5.5 inches across. So I just lay out shop towel, put my pattern against it. These are not fabric scissors. To insert, open the pocket on the inside and slide the filter in, one side at a time until it's flat in place. And then you have a mask with a filter inside. Put on your mask by making sure your hair is out of place and remove any earrings. I loop the elastic around my ears. I open up the pleats carefully and secure the mask across my nose and chin. I make sure to touch my face as little as possible. The correct way to wear a face mask is with pleats facing down. After each use, you need to disinfect or wash your mask. Please remember that masks are not a substitute for social distancing, and you should still wash your hands often and do not touch your face. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay strong, and we will meet again.